Well, hello everyone. I see you come back for another childhood story. So this one's going to take place there in Pisgah. Same place as where the last one, the deal with the gumball machine. Anyhow, it was when I was a kid. I was in kindergarten, first year of school, and we lived in a house just out on the outskirts of town. And when I say outskirts, I bet we wasn't even 2/10 of a mile out of town. Anyhow, if you went up the end of our driveway, stood on the shoulder of the road, you could see town. I mean, it was that close. It wasn't very far at all. Anyhow, this story pertains to one morning I was getting ready for school, and my mom was rushing me and my two older brothers, telling us, hurry up, get ready for school. So of course we're rushing around, and you know how any 5-year-old would be. And me just turning 5, well, I turned 5 August 1st. That particular year is my birthday. Well, on August 1st was my birthday. And this is right at the beginning, towards the beginning of the school year. So I hadn't been to school but maybe a couple months. And I was looking for my darn shoes and couldn't find them. And see, my brother Bert, he's 13 months older than me. We were about the same size. When my mom would go and buy stuff, she would, like shoes and stuff, she'd end up getting the same size for the both of us. Well, I'm rushing around looking for my shoes. And I'll never forget this. At the time, my brother and I had cowboy boots that were the same. And little black cowboy boots. You know, them kind with the square toe. Back in the day, it's the little square-toed ones. Anyhow, I found one, put it on, looking for the other one, and looked and looked and looked, and I finally found one, but it was one of the shoes that belonged to my brother, and it was the same foot. I think it was the left foot shoe. So I had 2 left foot shoes. You figure with 4 shoes being identical, you ought to be able to find one that went to the left and the right, but no, all I could find was a left foot. 2 left foots, no right foots. And my mom was looking around, and it wasn't like our house was messy, because it wasn't really messy, but by golly, I couldn't find that second shoe that I needed, the right foot. And Mom says, here, just put this on. You gotta go. And I said, I can't go to school with the 2 same shoes on my feet. She says, just go, I'll find it. Well, the bus pulled up. She says, just go, get on the bus. I'll find it and I'll bring it to you. So she sent me out the darn door with 2 left feet, 2 left shoes. And of course I got to school, and I sitting there on the bus, and like I said, they picked us up, and I think we headed right into town to the school. I think we were probably the last pickup on that route. And I'm sitting there the minute it took us to get into town, staring at my 2 left shoes, thinking, man, I'm going to get made fun of and stuff. Which I think a couple kids did comment. And I said, well, I couldn't find my shoe. My mom's bringing it to me. So school started, of course. Class started. And mid-morning, sure enough, knock at the door. And here it's my mom explaining to the teacher that couldn't find my other shoe, and then she found it and brought it to me. You know how embarrassing that is, standing up in front of the class, your mom comes over and takes one of your shoes off and puts the proper shoe on? Yeah, it's quite embarrassing. That's one of my most embarrassing moments, I think, not only in my childhood, but life. It's like that was quite embarrassing. I think it scarred me for life, but it is what it is. I hope you enjoyed that story. I'll see y'all later, and don't forget I love you. Bye.